Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Hogarth's Global Astrology. Know your planets, know yourself, or know your nation, know yourself. The two are interchangeable. And welcome to this Thursday fry up, the day after so-called Liberation Day. Oh man, look, and I've got your questions here. I've got your questions here and some important announcements to make. But let me know if you feel the same. But you know what? I just find myself, especially in light of what's recently been happening in the States, I just find myself sighing all the time. Are you the same? I just find myself going, ah, ah, yeah, as I reflect, yeah, on this on this of this onslaught of this undiluted douchebaggery that's being put into the world, and I'm just sighing and sighing and sighing. Because I feel so much for the people that didn't vote for this stuff, yeah, that didn't vote for this. And of course, there's many things going on in the world and all of this kind of stuff, etc. But this really does affect the whole world, doesn't it? And this unrelenting barrage of just absolute crazy. Yeah, absolute crazy. So before I get into the show, I just want to make an announcement. I'm going to be, this came to me this morning. Yeah, this came to me this morning. And I think it's also to do with Saturn changing sign. Yeah. Do you remember how I said it's reality check? Lisa's saying it's exhausting. Yeah, it's exhausting. I feel exhausted. And I don't even live in America. Mary Epperson say these are crazy times. Yeah. And then Grace saying it's because we're exhausted. Yeah. Brenda's saying yes. Mary Crane saying, love your support of Americans, Hoagie. Thank you. It's so easy to go, well, look at this, all of this silliness and blah, 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 blah. But it's human lives at the end of the day, isn't it? This is real lives. Even the people that voted for this, when he told them, yeah, what he was gonna do, I even feel a bit of it exasperated, at least for the naive ones. Some of them are just beyond redemption. Let's look. I'm starting my rant already before I even told you what my new idea is. Let me just tell you what the new idea is, and then I'll get back to the rant. So this morning, as we know, Saturn changed signs on March 29th, 2025, as you've heard me describe ad nauseum. You know this, yeah? And I said to everyone, it's the reality check. My God, can you feel the shift, guys? We felt it coming before, but bloody hell, I just feeling the shift everywhere. Saturn isn't a jolly planet, yeah? He deals with hard graft, he deals with work, discipline, government, corporations, all of this stuff. Hard work is a heavy planet. He's the planet of karma, but he does give his rewards. Don't forget that. Saturn does give his rewards to those who have been diligent, who have worked hard, who have been acted with integrity, who've tried to help others. He is, believe it or not, a planet of charity. First-rate malefic, yeah, he's a first-rate malefic, but Saturn is the planet of charity. Why? Because he deals with all of society, particularly the downtrodden. Saturn is the planet that ages us, matures us, humbles us with the infirmities of life, yeah? The infirmities of life. Saturn is the one where we have to accept as our bodies age and mature, and we can't quite do the things that we could do in the peak of our youth, which is Mars. Really and truly, it's Mars. Yeah, Mars represents that time period from puberty up until about the age of 25, when we're feeling our most powerful, but often our most arrogant. Yeah. Saturn is the planet of wisdom, of maturity, of gray and silver hairs, yeah, which are starting to multiply in my beard. I think I'm just going to let them grow out. I just feel like I'm just like, you know what? Let them come. Let the grace come. I embrace it. Yeah. And I think we all feel that shift. Let me know if you feel the shift. And it's that part of that shift, particularly when a planet changes signs like Saturn, we will feel that heaviness. Yeah, because it's the reality check. My God, look at the economy, all of this kind of stuff, everything that is happening. And not even, again, do you see, I've not been able to talk about my show. Right. This is what I'm thinking. I'll get out and then I'll go back, get some stuff off my chest, and then we're going to get into your questions. So what happened this morning? Saturn has changed signs. He's now in sidereal Pisces. And it came to me this morning, I think I'm going to start a new show, which is going to be called Reflections. Yeah, Reflections. It will most likely be filmed on a Friday and then I'll publish it on a Saturday. Yeah. And what the aim is, because as you know, Hogelish is now moved. Yeah, it's now on Wednesdays. But I want to give you guys something for your Saturdays as well. Yeah, something for your Saturdays. It's the aim, he says, as you know, I'm quite the talker. But the aim is that the show will be half an hour or less. Yeah, I want want it to be concise. And what it is that what have I written here? I made notes on it this morning. Yeah, made notes on it this morning. So the idea is, it's to try and bring calm to the chaos. Yeah, calm to the chaos. As kind of collectively, but in America in particular, as we go through this dark night of the soul. Yeah, because this is what this is. Yeah, we all feel it, we all know it, and I can say that now because Saturn has changed signs and we're getting the results. Yeah, the economy's in that tank, and there are questions about that and all of that kind of stuff, but there are still things going on in the world. So the idea is, with this show, is that I'm going to start quoting from some wise heads. Yeah, some wise heads. One of them, yeah, is Marcus Aurelius. Yeah, many of you will know this guy. He wrote a very famous book called Meditations. And in a way, I think his meditations are inspiration for this show. Mine is Reflections, of course. I'm calling it Reflections. And Marcus Aurelius used to be an emperor of Rome. He was one of the most successful emperors of Rome and one of the wisest. Yeah, one of the wisest. And his book, this meditation, has been around for thousands of years, literally thousands of years. And it's chock full of wisdom of how to deal with conflict, acceptance, stoicism, full of gems. So the show will probably start with one of his quotes, particularly things to do with frustration, because we're all feeling exhaustion, frustration right now, or some wise sage. Yeah, I'll have to decide, basically on the Friday who it is that I want to quote. Then there'll be a 5 to 10 minute rant, yeah, where we vent together to get the stuff off of our chest of the previous the douchebaggery that's happened in the week before. Because if there's one thing we know for sure, there's more to come. Yeah. But then I want to also as well focus on a positive story. Yeah, positive story of the pushback. Yeah, the pushback against all of this stuff. And then I want to focus on something of wonder, something unusual in the world. Yeah, something unusual in the world that I think is worth talking about. Like, for example, someone asked me a question on it a few weeks ago. I was looking back through my printed paperwork and I could not find it. But someone was asking me about the new city, they're calling it, found underneath the pyramids. Yeah, I think that's going to be the topic for the first one. Yeah, he says, which means I'll have to be filming this tomorrow, won't I? Anyway, and talking about that, yeah, talking about inspirational things or something unusual or good or positive that is happening in the world to try and counteract this heavy, dark energy. Yeah, I think we all need this. We all need this. And then the idea is that it will kind of end maybe with like a guided meditation or something like that. Yeah. So here you've heard it. I put it out there. Let's see if anyone copies, you know, because there are quite a few people that copy my content. They give me the credit for it. But anyway, that's another topic. And but that is something that, because I feel like we need an energy to help push back against this heavy stuff that is going on. Yeah, so that's the idea. So that'll be reflections. Let me know your thoughts on that, because as you know, I'm going to be reading the cards tonight on things that are going on in the world and something like that. And I just want something that is just also maybe bringing in that light a bit, focusing on something very interesting that may be happening in the world, particularly like innovations, positive innovations in science, and just things of wonder, yeah, to try and get us through these times. Because I mean, I need it for my own mental health, let alone yours. Yeah, most of you are based in America. I mean, oh my God, if you didn't vote for this, it's just awful. And even the people that did vote for it, what's happening? Right on cue, as I said, Saturn, reality check, tanking the economy. Really? Yeah. How's that vote working out now, let alone all the child labor laws and all the stuff he wants to bring in? But anyway, I don't want the rant to be too big. So be things like Marcus Aurelius. I think I might even put a bit of Niccolo Machiavelli in there as well, because even though he's quite wicked, he tells the truth about power, and these are very Machiavellian times as well. I think we also need to have a talk as well about Rudolf Steiner. Not really talked about him, particularly in terms of the incarnation of Ahriman, which I think is very important, and something that's very pertinent as well to this thing that I'm going to share, which I think I'll talk about tomorrow. So this is the Compendium of the Emerald Tablets, Beginner's Guide. Billy Carson, I don't know what his political affinity is, but he talks about the halls of Ameti, I think it is. And let me just quickly share something with you. Let me just do a quick share screen, and then I'll get on with the show. And I'm going to share something with you now. This is from The Sun, which is a tabloid newspaper in the UK. However, I'm going to share this with you. Look at this. This is what I think I'm going to talk about tomorrow. Yeah. Have you heard about this? So they're saying here, look, here we are, Hidden City. Oh, God. Forgive the advertising. It's a tabloid, so it's just chock full of, whatever. So ancient find mystery, new city, yeah, because it's not really a city, but city found underneath Egypt's pyramid, stretching 6,500 feet below the surface in shock discovery, scientists say. Yeah. So I think I'm going to look at this in a bit more detail, but now you got to remember, this is The Sun. This is a tabloid. Where's the bit where it talks about the halls of Ameti? I think it was. Spiral connected. One thing. Discovered. Connect. I'm not sure. It leapt out at me, but I can't see it now. Could you find coordinates previous depends of called a find into question. Yeah, they're saying they're calling the find. Here we are. Look. The existence of vast chambers beneath the Earth's surface comparable in size to the pyramids themselves, which have remarkably strong correlation between the legendary halls of Amenti, yeah, which is actually talked about in this book. Yeah. Now, isn't it interesting? Let me just stop share. That a tabloid is talking about that. So I'm going to go more into that tomorrow. That's just giving you a little taster, because I think tomorrow will be this first reflection show, and I'm telling it to you here as well, because that gives me accountability as well, because it means I have to do it, because I've told you about it now, haven't I? Someone else here says, Dallas, most definitely sighing. It's only just over 8 weeks. Oh my God. I know. It's just, Kathy is saying hello from South Dakota. Hello, South Dakota. So nice that you're in the house. Kisses here from Oxford Cat. Let me just close that down. At Bunny, Trump is on steroids at the advice of RFK. Oh, is he on steroids? Let me just put that back. Wouldn't surprise me. Do you know what? I think Trump says he doesn't take drugs, but I think he's been on amphetamines for a while. He might not necessarily be doing the old lines and all of that kind of stuff, Anyway, Angela's saying, I'm so done with Yeah. And then Deborah saying, hello, Hogarth. Yes, sighing and holding my breath a lot. Yeah, the stress is real. It really is. And then, of course, I mean, taxing penguins and stuff like that. I mean, exactly. It's just so beyond. It's just so beyond. And this is what happens, yeah, when a criminal, malignant narcissist is voted into one of the most powerful positions in the world. Yeah, Trump is just being Trump at the end of the day. We all knew this. He even said to them, come on, you knew I was a snake before you voted for me. Yeah. The irony is, amongst all of his, absolute litany of lies, I would say in this campaign, this is probably the few times where he actually told the truth the most. There was some very truthful things he said amongst the huge gargantuan lies. And the most truthful thing he said on the whole campaign was, I don't care about you. I just want your vote. And they still went there. Yeah. Well, I mean, what? That should end your a campaign. End anyway. Let me just get on with the show. Otherwise, I'll just get sucked into the vortex of all these different things. Right. So, Nick Minks, starting with you, because you submitted this question and I didn't have time to read it out on the other show. So, this is about Denmark and the Panama Canal. So she says, as you didn't get a chance last night with Denmark Comp Maersk buying the Panama Rail Company, was it planned so that they can screw Dumpy over for his obsession with Greenland? Yeah. And then she says, that's funny, is that I think the previous owners were Canadian. So basically, it seems, according to Nick Minks, I've not been able to verify for myself, but I'm sure she's right. Is that there's a Danish company called Maersk. We've all seen it. It's those on the side, blue background, white letters, and we see them on the international shipping things, those big shipping containers. We've all seen them. Yeah. So well known. I think that how many billions they're worth, I don't know, but they're worth a lot. Yeah, they've got a lot of money. And it seems they've bought some kind of rail aspect of the Panama Canal. Oh, look, it's at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. The star card. You know that this is one of my cards. The shadow interpretation is Duck L'Orange. Yeah, or the narcissist, anyone narcissistic. I mean, normally it means, of course, that's my interpretation, but it just really does work. But of course, it normally means the universe has got your back, renewal, etc. It comes after the tower. But let's just read on that. Is Denmark poking Trump in the eye with his domination plans of the Panama Canal? Oh, gosh. See, look there, another sigh. She's been doing that for weeks now, weeks. You just look at it and you just think, oh, my God, really? Is this really where? You know what it's doing, though? Weirdly enough, it's like Trump is bringing the world together, but against the United States. Yeah, which is really that's not going to work out well for the US, isn't it? And you see these douchebags on these news channels, so obviously lying, gleefully lying. And you even see the propagandists, even the hosts on Fox are starting to struggle, yeah, to contain. Because the thing is that the way that it works, yeah, all of this stuff, look, I'm digressing again, but I just can't help it. It's just so impactful. It's so awful. But unless you are in that top 1%, unless you are a regular at Mar-a-Lago, he doesn't give a damn about you. Yeah. Even the people at Fox will be suffering financially. They've got 401ks as well, just like everyone else. You know, they might be multi-millionaires, but they're not billionaires. They're not part of the billionaire class. Anyway, Denmark mask. Is this a poke in the eye for Duck L'Orange? With all of his talk of invading Greenland. Trump is a neo-imperialist, by the way. And I must remember to use his nickname that I don't use often enough, which is Black Mirror. Yeah. He reflects the dark soul of a certain demographic. Yeah. And not just in America. There's lots of people that support him around the world as well, by the way. But he is a reflection of that. It's like a piece of obsidian. Yeah. Oh, look at this. And obsidian is a nice gem, but that's what they used to use for mirrors back in the day. Oh, wow. Fascinating, fascinating. Where is my obsidian, actually? Is this it? Here we are. Here. See? Do you see how it produces a reflection? It's a dark reflection. Yeah? So you get it, but do you see? That's what they used to use as old mirrors back in the day, from what I understand. Anyway, right. Denmark. Panama Canal. Is it to poke Trump in the eye? Yeah, Duck L'Orange. Let's take a look. So if we look here, the first card out is the death card. Now, we know the death card doesn't mean literal death, but it almost always means transformation. But it's a transformation that happens regardless. It's transformation that you can't change. This is why I associate the death card with Pluto. Literally, I think in my book, because I also equate some of the tarot cards with some of the planets. And this is my Pluto card. And of course, we get the word plutocrat from Pluto. And a plutocrat, of course, is an oligarch. Yeah. So in a way, metaphorically, there is this thing here. But you see here, this is about transformation. So this is about Denmark getting purchase and influence and leverage on something that is very, very valuable indeed. Yeah. Because Greenland is vast. Yeah. I think it's the biggest island on Earth. Yeah. But most of it is uninhabitable. There's about 50,000 people, from what I understand, that live on Greenland, which of course by default is I think it's got a bit of independence, but it is effectively part of the Kingdom of Denmark. So what Trump wants is the minerals, but the Panama Canal, wow, yeah, that's quite a diamond, because all of global trade has to go through the Panama Canal, and this is why he's obsessed with it. So of course, if Denmark have bought this company, which is the Danish company, if they've bought part of that, you see, it's giving them some leverage. I think BlackRock is in there as well. They bought some other bits and bobs. But anyway, this is about bringing change and transformation. They're also trying to bring something in regards to Duck L'Orange to an end. And I certainly think they certainly wouldn't mind seeing the king, yeah, trampled underneath. Let's not forget, yeah. This card is about the king that is trampled. And we all know how Trump sees himself. In fact, let me just kind of quickly go. Trump King Time Magazine. AI. If I just, there we are, images. So if I just go back, yeah. So if I do present, the reason why I'm showing this, because there is a king trampled underfoot. Yeah. So do you see here? This is how Trump, this is truly how Trump sees himself. Yeah. America became America because they wanted to free themselves from the tyranny of a king. Yeah. But Trump wants to be one. And in here, you see in this card, the king is being crushed. Yeah. So how pertinent, do you see? We're asking you, do you see how I'm doing the connection between the two things there? Because the metaphor is important. So they're looking to crush the king, but this is also the Kingdom of Denmark as well. So it shows they're prepared to go through transformation. If we look at this, yeah, in the obstacle position, it is how pertinent. This is the seven of swords, which is to do with what? Theft. Yeah, theft. But it's come in the obstacle position, so it's almost like the death of the king, or transforming something to do with the king, is to prevent something else. What? Prevent what? The theft of Greenland. But this card also as well, when I'm reading it on personal readings for people, when this card comes up, it is also, I also associate it with cunning. Cunning. Yeah, doing something clever. Here you can see the guy's got the swords, but there's two left, but he's weakened the camp. So this is about weakening the king's grip on the Panama Canal, but also as well to undermine his potential theft of Greenland. Do you see? Because the king motif is there within Trump, but this is also the kingdom of Denmark. Do you see? Just in case we weren't sure, look, the world card shows up. This, of course, is talking about what? Global trade. Global trade. This is a very tactical, shrewd, cunning move by Maersk, i.e. Denmark, because they trade all over the world, of course, international shipping, yeah? They know the impact that this will have. If we look here, it's also quite an aggressive move as well, because they know that Trump potentially has war intentions for Greenland. So this is also an insurance policy. And then when we look here, what do they get? They get the they get the Sun card. So in a 5-card pool, 3 of these cards are major arcana. But this is also as well, this is a card of success, but it's also a card of illumination. Illumination. And if I read it backwards, I think what they also hope to expose is that the full sun now is starting to glare, to shine upon these tariffs, yeah, which are an aggressive move, yeah, to try and bully the world, yeah, bully the world, so that Trump, yeah, and his cronies can steal, yeah, so they can steal the money, yeah, and basically kind of upend and transform the world order. Yeah. So in a way, that's kind of like what Denmark is trying to prevent in a way. And that's why I like to sometimes as well read the cards backwards. Yeah. Wow. There's over 700 of you here right now. Thanks so much. Let's just see here. People are just responding, saying perpetually exhausting. Yeah. Mary saying, it feels like your energy has been sapped. Yeah. It does. It does. Oh, Fallon is saying, hello from Ozark Mountains in Missouri. Wow. Thanks so much for joining. Loving that. I'm glad you got some internet up there so you can watch me, yeah? Unless you've got... or do you have a metal coat hanger up there too? No, obviously you've got internet or something like that. Let's see here. Kaylee's saying, we really appreciate that you understand a lot of this. Didn't vote for, vote for this, and it hurts us all. It does. I just feel before it was anger, now it feels more like sadness. Yeah, feels more like sadness, because everything that I saw and shown, it's all coming true, and I don't want it to come true. Yeah. No one's coming out of this looking good. And these people that voted for it, they are getting the reality check. Oh, look what's at the base. Yeah. Look at that. It could be a sign. Yeah. They're going to start walking away, because when they realize what they voted for, some of them are realizing, but when the masses start, yeah, because this ain't going to lead to anything good. There's job layoffs already. I've already been seeing footage of people struggling to get their jobs. And now today, because of the tariffs, they're already announcing job cuts. And you've got that douchebag, that guy who's, I can't even remember his name, but he's one of Trump's mouthpieces. They're on Fox saying, don't worry, trust him. This is going to make jobs. I think it was on CNN as well. This is going to make jobs from day one. Yeah, day one. What's starting to happen? Layoffs. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Let's see here. It is exposing almost all the financial theft worldwide. Yeah, there can be that as well. What's this? COVID depression was one thing, but this depression was done on purpose. Absolute insanity. It's true. It's the goal. It's the goal, and that's what makes me have a heavy heart, because I know he's doing it. I know he's doing it on purpose. I know he's doing it on purpose. They all are, and the fact that they are that pathological, you know, to do that, to harm so many people, just evil, just evil. Another one in, this is another one from Nick Mink. So Hungary withdraws from International Criminal Court during Netanyahu visit. The always reliable Orban chooses dictatorship over justice. Do cards or his chart show him ever being removed from power, and will Hungary remain in Europe while he picks and chooses his moves? So I don't think I've got Orban's chart. Definitely worth a deep dive, isn't it? Definitely worth a deep dive. Let's see. Do the card show everyone being removed from power? I understand there were some big protests in Hungary. But of course, I think those got shut down a bit, didn't they? The trouble is that Orban has been teaching Trump all of his tricks. Let's not forget, not too long ago, last year, as part of the campaign, Viktor Orban and Netanyahu visited Trump at Mar-a-Lago. That should never have been allowed to happen. You see all this douchebaggery, this lack of guardrails, this rubbish that he's been able to get away with. Nobody's doing their job. All right, let's see. Viktor Orban. Let's just see. What's the energy around Viktor Orban for his future? That's the thing, is they never leave, you know. They never leave. They're going to have to crowbar Duck L'Orange out of there. It'll either be a J.D. Vance little poison number in the Coca-Cola, you know, where all Trump's found at the bottom of the stairs, or they'll just have to crowbar him out. The only thing that would work after that would be the military would have to revolt against the commander-in-chief. Yeah. Right, so let's look at this. Look at this. Oh. All right, so here's our Orban up to his usual tricks. Yeah, up to his usual tricks. This is a very powerful card of self-actualization and mastery. Yeah, so he's feeling powerful, even though there's been some protests and stuff. If we look here in his obstacle position, we see here the card of fighting on the hill. So he's been having to fight recently because he's faced some big protests in Hungary. Yeah, but look, he gets the Magician. So he still feels powerful. He still feels in control. He knows where to pull the levers. This is the card of using everything at your disposal to get what you want. Yeah. If you are starting a new business or a new venture or a new job or something like that, and if you get this card in terms of personal readings, this is a good card. Yeah, it's a good card to get, because it means you have the power to actualize what it is you want. When you're talking about a dictator with his douchebaggy moves and stuff like that, you don't really want to see this card, because it means he's going to be able to carry on. We look here, we get the 7 of Pentacles, which you guys know I refer to this card as the card of ROI, which means return on investment. So he's sown a lot of seeds. He's been very diligent. He's been very careful at how he's dismantled the free press, the media, etc., all of this stuff. And he's still reaping those fruits, essentially, yeah, because from what I understand, he's still in power. But he's a thief. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, look, already two pulls. One about Denmark versus Trump, and this one about Viktor Orban. And look at that. You know, the guy with the little Russian hat, the thief, is back. So this is very obvious. This is him. Look, I think this is talking about Mar-a-Lago as well. He has taught Trump how to steal elections and stuff like that, how to do it. Yeah, he's the master of that. And then if we look, his outcome card is the Queen of Cups, showing that he has many secrets and stuff still up his sleeve. So really, he's prepared to do anything to stay in power. He pulls every lever that he can. Yeah. So I don't see him being removed as yet. Look, there's no Tower card, there's no walking away, there's no Four of Swords, there's no Death card. You know, these people, they just kind of try and stay on indefinitely. I mean, I could be wrong, and I'd be happy to be wrong with that, but that is not showing from that reading, which I'm sure you guys would all agree. All right, let me just scroll through and see what else, what other things. Oh, thank you. What's it? It looks distinguished, Hergy. What, me in my cap? Is that it? Maybe no. Maybe I'm probably interpreting that wrong, aren't I? Let's see here. The sweetest pea. It's been 3,000 millenniums since January 20th. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Yeah, it feels like years. I think Stalin famously once said, I think it was Stalin, and he said there can be years that go by when nothing happens. And he said there can be days or weeks when years happen. These are such times. Years are happening in a matter of days and weeks. I feel like he's like been in charge, and we're almost at the midterm points and everything's falling apart. We're not. This is only just over 2 months. Oh my God. Oh. Pet Jeremiah says, I'm so happy to catch you live. Thanks so much for what you do. A pleasure. Thank you. Ooh. Lavanga said, this is my second Saturn return, so I'm feeling it big time. Oh, gosh. Yes. Bless you. Oh, bless you. To be getting a second Saturn return with, you know, this douchebaggery going on only adds extra pressure. Saturn, just so you know, guys, try not to fear Saturn too much. Yeah, try not to fear Saturn too much. Saturn can also give wonderful rewards as well. I couldn't believe it. You know, you got so many of you tuned in for Hoglish on that Saturday gone. That was our biggest audience ever. You know, so many of you tuned in and all of that kind of stuff. And for me, in many ways, that was like my Saturnian reward. My channel was exactly 2 years old as the show, 5 years old, sorry, as the show was happening. And I started this, you know, my channels on the 30th of March 2020, yeah, during the pandemic. And look what's come out of it. So, you know, Saturn is certainly not all bad, but it's not an easy energy to deal with. It can, and especially when Saturn changes signs, particularly when he's in the early stages of a sign, that's when it feels heaviest. Yeah. And when a planet reaches 2 degrees of a sign, that's when its full energy manifests. So Saturn's still not 1 degree yet. So you will see as this data keeps coming out, and when Saturn reaches 2 degrees, which will probably be in a few weeks, once he reaches 2 degrees, which is probably going to be, I don't know, maybe around end of April, May, that is like even the hardcore Trump, MAGA will wake up. Only the most batshit of the batshit will still be supporting him, because everyone's going to be losing money. People losing money already. Anyway, let me just read a few more of your comments here. Lisa says, you always look out for us. Much love to you. Thank you. Yes, and I'm going to try and bring something a bit more positive. Like I said, let's look into that tomorrow. I'll investigate that more. These potential halls of Amenti that have been found under the pyramids. So remember too, as well, as dire as everything is feeling, let's not forget the Yuga cycle. Yeah, the Yuga cycle. In fact, I've noticed in Western astrologers talking about this now. And Kali Yuga is at an end. I think it ended around about 1900, which is when we entered the age of energy. And then soon after that, we split the atom. Yeah. But it means the consciousness slowly but surely is raising up. However, it's going to take time. What did I do with my... Oh, typical. I wanted to show you the illustration. Un momento. What have I done? Where art thou? Typical. I can't find the bloody... What did I do with it? Oh, yeah. Where is the... Oh, I can't find my illustrations. Oh, actually, maybe they're here. Maybe I've got the photocopy. Oh, yes, I might be able to give you the photocopy. This is the photocopy, so it's a little bit untidy. But anyway, look. Yeah, this is talking about the Yuga cycle, yeah, of 24,000 years. And we are now here, yeah, we're now here in the beginning of the Dwapara Yuga, yeah, which is the age of energy. This is the ascending of human consciousness going back towards the golden age up here, yeah. Now, I saw something recently which was saying that they're actually they're 12,000 years and 4 equal parts of 3,000 years and stuff like that. So, you know, there's some back and forth, but we're going into this age of energy. So believe it or not, human consciousness slowly but surely is rising. However, the old consciousness and the type of consciousness that voted for this BS has to go. Yeah, has to either be transformed where they wake up. Yeah, Saturn gives them the reality check, or it has to exit stage left. But it cannot, like they say, the thoughts that created the problem cannot solve the problem. Yeah. So, yeah. So all of those people of that kind of stuff, they have to exit stage left. Minxie Nick saying, oh my God, a question from a few weeks ago. I'd love to hear what you think of the structure under the pyramids. Will be fab. Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. Right, let me get on with the next question. Okay, so the US is a member of the World Trade Organization, and the new tariffs appear to breach WTO rules. Will the WTO actually do anything to punish Trump for his move? So let's see, will Trump get a bit of punishment from the World Trade Organization? And then I'm gonna look at some questions on US stock market, Trump golfing, and if this crash is being orchestrated for personal gain. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, the reading just fell out. The reading just fell out. Look at this. Yeah, judgment card fell out. Of course, this deals with legalities, rules, regulations, that kind of stuff. So this could be talking about the WHO. Look, there is heartbreak here. Obviously, the whole world is in a state of heartbreak about what? Global trade, imports and exports. Literally, it fell out. Let me just pull a clarifier on that. Let me pull two clarifiers. Can you see how that just fell out? It literally just fell out, the reading. Let's pull a clarifier on that. Will there be some pushback for Trump? Ah, look. Yes, gets the judgment card. Does it mean that he's going to be thrown in jail? No, not necessarily. But you see how, because the question was about trade, yeah? WHO. Literally, global trade. This is the card that most exemplifies that. You can't get a better one apart from the world, of course. The world itself would also mean the same. Look, this is causing heartbreak for everyone. Americans, but the whole friggin' world. The World Trade Organization will potentially look at it, but I think it's more to do with the judgment that Trump gets for tanking the economy and stuff like that. Because what it's going to be, especially those that voted for him, are going to be in a state of anguish and pain. But everybody is over these bloody tariffs. Yeah. It's going to be a wake up call. Yeah. You see here, people waking up, you know. So those who've been zombified and stupefied are obviously going to, I mean, what a shame that they're going to have to go through this pain in order to wake up. Yeah. But that's what that is showing there. So look at that. The reading basically fell out of my hands. See, spirit being strongly involved. All right, let's move to another question. See how I'm doing on time here. I've got 15 minutes left. Here we got Trump golfing. Yeah. So Lynette Ray says, Orange One has left for Florida for another golfing weekend. You can't make this stuff up. There are Republicans speaking out against him on the media. Will enough Republicans turn away from him and create a bloc with the Democrats? Well, I mean, if they've not realized now, you know what's going to do it? When people start burning down their properties, when people start attacking them physically and possibly even their families, not that I wish that for their families, but this is what it's going to take. They have to fear the public more than they fear Trump. Yeah, they have to fear the public more than they fear Trump, and their lives are in danger. Like I said, it may not necessarily be Trump this time, but Uranus will be on the star Algol. Let me find you the actual date. And this, and like it deals with assassinations, decapitations, particularly people on leadership falling. Yeah. So that could be also as well, you know, Elon Musk. That can also be anyone in the Senate, in the House, prominent leaders. You know, once this reality check really takes hold, which is happening now, yeah, because the markets are tanking now. The markets are losing trillions. People are losing millions, possibly billions of dollars. Yeah, as this goes on, as inflation goes up, and people can't afford stuff, which is yet another burden on the cost of living. He's put a blanket. I mean, he's even put a tariff on islands where there are no people. What is it? The McDonald's Islands or something? There's only penguin and albatross there, yet nothing extra for Russia. Yeah, it's just so ridiculous. When this reality check really starts to kick in, there are going to be bounties above people's heads on this. Yeah, I don't see how it's not going to be the case. So Republicans, what we would want to see here is cards of walking away, yeah, or the Tower, or the Four of Swords, or something like that. Let's see if they do walk away from him, or if they just stick, because the blackmail footage or whatever he's got on them is more powerful than the fear they feel from their constituents. But at some point, I think they're going to fear for their lives, because once people start losing everything, particularly those that voted for this madness, you know, they're going to struggle to stay alive. That's probably when they'll probably just go somewhere else, claim asylum or some rubbish. Let's see here. GOP, will they side with the Democrats? Will they start changing? God, what times that we're in, man. Gee whiz. Changing of the Yugas, you know. We are literally in a time of changing of the Yugas. The Pluto return for America only happens once every 248 years, and we've got a front row seat. Oh, well, look at this. Aha. All right, so here we go. Some of them are still holding on, trying to endure, trying to weather the storm. Yeah, they've been feeling a bit beaten up by these town halls. Yeah, you know, when they're being screamed and shouted down and people calling them liars and all that stuff, which of course is true. They're also feeling embattled. I think they are exhausted with Trump as well. It's just that they can't admit it because they're either too scared or they're just spineless. Yeah. I think they're all fatigued and exhausted with Duck L'Orange, with Trump. Yeah, this is a card of fatigue, but persevering. It also deals with being shrewd and cunning as well. Yeah, so a lot of them are still, you know, conniving. But look what's in the obstacle position. The obstacle position is the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card, but it also talks about the smug merchant. Yeah, particularly when it shows up in the obstacle, it's actually more like this. So what it means is even for them, it's not turning out the way that they expected. People are not getting their wishes fulfilled, particularly as well their constituents. Yeah. But this is also talking about trade. What has Trump done? Yeah, he has turned the trade world upside down, quite literally. So we see connotations of trade again. They are now pondering. Yeah, their ROI. You see, there's the Seven of Pentacles is back. They're pondering their return on their investment. They're actually asking themselves, is it worth it? Is it really worth it? Oh my God. He's really tanking the economy. Because remember, they would have drunk the Kool-Aid. I don't know, you know, they would have went abroad and got the compromat on them. And of course, he and Putin would have been discussing the levels of compromat, leverage, etc. But they need to ask themselves as well, what kind of harvest do they want to reap? Do they really want to destroy the whole crop? Do they really want to destroy their whole country just so that they can have some tax breaks? Won't be worth living in. What's the frigging point? It's so mindless. It's so evil. Anyway, if we look here, there's the card here of studentship. Yeah, this is about working towards a goal, manufacturing and stuff like that. How funny. Yeah, manufacturing. A lot of those manufacturing jobs are being cut right now from the reports that I've seen. But this means working towards a goal. Yeah, so maybe, maybe some of them will switch sides to build on something. However, if we look here, we see the Seven of Wands. That is back again as well. So it's a fight. It is a battle. For any of those that try and swap to the other side, you know, they're going to be attacked. I think this is the hardcore MAGA that they're worried about. Yeah, the ones that are really rusted on, the proper cray-cray of the cray-cray. So I would say there will be, if they do, it's behind the scenes. Yeah, they don't want Trump to know, and they've been maybe presenting it as a fight in that kind of way for the cameras, performative stuff for the cameras. But there is an element here of working towards a goal. Yeah, because so if we look at it, if I read the cards backwards, they're feeling under attack, or they're presenting, trying to present in an attacking mode. Don't worry, Trump knows what he's doing. And everyone's like, but this is bullshit. I've lost my job. What's this? All the inflation's gone up. I can't afford anything. Yeah, trying to defend, the rubbish. But they will be working on something potentially with Democrats, because they have to also as well look at the harvest they are going to reap, especially as so many people are dissatisfied with them. There's no wish fulfillment. Yeah, they're tanking the economy, and that's just making people's lives more difficult. But that can also make people more determined as well, more shrewd. So I think they might be in quite a bit of danger. Yeah, if they stick with this, it's just going to be over. Their houses and stuff, they're going to be torched. I think it could literally reach the point where it's just like mass killings. Yeah, where people just snap. I think some people are just going to snap when they realize, when like as many of you who've been watching would have been trying to warn friends and family, don't do this, and they didn't believe you. And then imagine when the Saturn reality check hits them, they're going to snap. Because they're going to be like, there's not only the shame and the embarrassment of realizing what they've done and who they've let down, not only themselves, but everyone else around them, and when they realize they've been absolutely lied to, when things triple, quadruple in price, then what? Who can they blame? Yeah, they have to go for the jugular. Anyway, let me just read a little bit more, and then I'm going to look up stock market and stuff like that. And let's just see here. Know your month, April. I'm so confused. What's this? Know your month? Isn't this April? I'm so confused. Wait a minute. What did I? No, I was saying that the Great Awakening, it happened on the 29th of on the 29th of March. Yeah, but now of course is the 3rd of April. So that was when my channel became exactly 5 years old. Yeah, on the 29th to 30th of March. So maybe that was what was causing the confusion. I'm not sure. Lavanga says incarnation of Ahriman. Yes. This is something I need to talk about. Basically, all right, Rudolf Steiner, I don't know if you guys know who he is, but he was a great mystic, a sort of Christian background, but completely different. And he talked about these persons that would show up. So first was Lucifer, yeah, the Luciferian age, which he said happened around about ancient Greek times, yeah, where you had these huge flourishings in art, sculpture, etc., and all of that kind of stuff. So the Luciferian kind of energy is very creative, but it can take one away from God via too much sensory pleasure. So think of someone like Caligula, yeah, that was, he did a lot of very horrible things. Then, of course, you had Christ, yeah, Christ, which was, of course, the Christ energy, Christ consciousness, things like self-sacrifice, empathy, compassion, all of this stuff that these so-called evangelicals who voted for a lot of this BS propose to, they espouse this stuff, but they don't follow it, yeah? The third incarnation, according to Rudolf Steiner, is Ahriman. Ahriman energy is one of pure cold logic, artificial, robotic, automated, soulless. Got a lot to do with AI and stuff. Now, of course, he wouldn't have used those words AI, but Rudolf Steiner did predict times like this. He said, people are going to over rely on technology, etc., all of this kind of stuff. If you're not familiar with Rudolf Steiner, definitely look him up. And he said he would incarnate around these times. Maybe, maybe 10, 15 years from now, maybe next year, who knows? But when you kind of look at people like Elon Musk and his agenda and all of this artificial worlds, yeah, what Ahriman wants to do is he takes the life force, drains the life force, hates the beauty of the human soul, and just wants to drain everything of its life. This is why you're seeing these AI replicas of everything, yeah, because they're trying to replicate the divinity of the human soul but control it, yeah. This is why even now I've even seen something they're talking about AI friends, yeah. You get a friend that's AI. No, what you do is you get a real friend, yeah. You get a real one, not a fake one. Do you see? So it's all of this, like the fake foods, technology for absolutely everything to get us away from nature, our spiritual sides, our intuition. And Rudolf Steiner talks about the what we need to do as human beings is to revive, reinvigorate the human soul, have empathy, encourage psychic gifts, talents, art, music, all of these extraordinary things that we can do as human beings, which is our gift here on planet Earth. Yeah, we have these gifts of music, art, culture, poetry, literature, imagination, compassion, love, yeah, all of these incredible things that we can do. And it's important for us not to be drained. Do you see how everything is all automated? I mean, just look at Facebook with this meta, yeah, trying to get us into, yeah, this fake world rather than us getting out into the real world. That's what so much of what this suppression and pressure is all about. Yeah, they're trying to get us to forget our humanity. And when you get people to do like that, then that's when you start voting for the likes of Trump. Yeah, and that stuff. I'm not saying everyone that voted for Trump is soulless and stuff, but he did say what he was about. Yeah, he did. Why Cubans voting for Trump? Like, really? Oh, I know. I'm going to flee the dictator over there that made my life horrible, and I'm going to come to the new land that has given me refuge and succor from the world, and I'll vote in another one. Yeah, that kind of consciousness. No. That has no part of Earth's future. But now Saturn, the reality check, giving the karma, is dividing, the waters. Yeah. But that energy of Ahriman is also said to be pure materialism as well for its own sake. Look at all of this what's happening, yeah, is pure materialism for its own sake. They want to destroy, yeah. Trump would rather destroy the whole of America just for his own material infatuations and all of those that support this rubbish, yeah. All right, so let's see here. There's a question here. Will the US stock market ever go up? And then Denise Ferguson was asking, tariffs are paid by manufacturers and passed on to consumers through higher prices. The actual tariff amount is deposited directly to the US Treasury, which Musk was given access to. Is anyone in the Trump admin profiting from these tariffs? For example, are the funds funneled to the US Treasury into Trump's personal accounts? And there was a few reactions. And one person said, well, look, you've pretty much answered your own question, which is yes. Yeah. All this tariff stuff, it's all for the billionaires. Trump is just going to be grabbing it off. You saw the theft, yeah? So yes, I can answer that without even pulling. It's all for personal gain, enriching himself and the billionaires. That's what's so disgusting about it. Let's see, will the American stock market ever go back up? Let's have a quick look, especially after today's massive drop again. T is killing Americans mentally, emotionally, morally, and financially. And that's from Heidi. That question, will it ever go back up? Well, everything goes back up eventually, but we'll have to see when, because they're not only talking about recession, they're saying this could actually trigger. The Great Depression was triggered by tariffs, you know. Oh, look at this. Oh, gee whiz. Oh my God, look at this. As you know, I have to say what I see. Thank you, almost 1,000 of you here right now, 990 something. Look, here we go. Look, it's madness at the moment, yeah. Lunacy, douchebaggery, weird stuff. Look, the lobster crawling out. The deep subconscious crawling out from the depths out there. We've got the challenge between the domesticated dog and the wolf. Yeah, so it shows this will always talk about a battle between what is right or safe and bestial desires, which are represented by the wolf. But wolves are more noble than this pack of mongrels. Yeah. Anyway, so moon, yeah, nothing is clear by the moonlight. So we're in a period of flux right now. Oh, wow, it's 1,000 of you now. Thank you so much for joining me. And please, of course, don't forget to like and subscribe and share and all of this stuff and leave your comments. And of course, subscribing like this video is free, yeah? So if we look here, look, we get the Hierophant. Technically in the obstacle position, but we know this talks about government, yeah? But this is also the pontificate, someone that is pontificating. They are lecturing to the world. They're saying, trust the leader, yeah? Put your faith in the leader. This guy, I can't remember his name, but he's saying, trust the process, trust Trump. And that woman who is his press spokesperson. So they're asking people to have faith when we all know it's madness, yeah? Lunatics. It is lunacy, yeah? But we've been told to have faith, believe, yeah? Rubbish. Look at this. The lovers show up. And as you guys know, this card is about choices. It's not just about relationships. As you know, I associate this card with what? Economies, imports and exports. Do you see how it's showing again? Yeah? But this is about the choices, the agreements that have already been made. So yes, it's, you know, it's essentially about theft and lining their pockets and all of this kind of stuff. But of course, in terms of the economy, it depends on the choices that people make. Yeah. If we look here, we get the Chariot. Yeah. Moving forward at pace, at speed, but moving forward towards what? If the final cards was more positive, I'd be like, well, I might be moving to something more positive. But if we look here, look. It's the 5 of Cups, yeah, which deals with heartbreak, betrayal, loss. Yes, literally a sense of being betrayed. However, there are 2 cups still standing. So could it be that there is a big dip for now that maybe lasts for a few weeks? And then maybe it recovers a bit, but maybe not to the same extent where it was. this is before even all of the stuff with Canada, the Canada boycotts and all of that kind of stuff as well. So let's not forget that. Yeah, the whole world is starting to boycott American products now. And of course, he's just done his big announcement, his Independence Day announcement yesterday. So the markets are still reacting to that. There is so much more to come through. But as Saturn reaches those, as the degrees get higher, it means more and more reality will come. That means for so many that supported this energy, they're going to be waking up. Yeah, they're going to be waking up. So hold tight, folks. I will do a recording tomorrow, which is going to be looking at things, you know, like I said, the pyramids, spirituality. Yes, there'll be a little bit of a rant at the start, but then I want to focus as well on some interesting things happening in the world, discoveries, you know, a bit of, like I said, a bit of philosophy, a bit of Marcus Aurelius, you know, we'll look at maybe about Rudolf Steiner, the Emerald Tablets, you know, because the consciousness is rising up at the same time as everything's breaking down. So I know it feels like we're all doing the jazz splits right now with a boulder on our back, but just understand as well that humanity is growing. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh, let me say some quick thank yous. Thank you, Mireille. Oh, I remember you. Thank you so much for your kind donation. No Name says Supreme Court removed all the guardrails. Yes, they did. The douchebags. They probably regret that now. I mean, he can obviously get rid of them as well. They're so stupid, aren't they? They're so dumb and it's so low vibration. Sylvia, I don't know what CHF is, but thank you for that. Thank you for that donation. And Sandra, thank you so much for your donation as well. Much appreciated. Right, folks, it is past the hour, so I will leave it there. I'm going to try and get some sleep. I'm going to try and do this recording tomorrow. It might be a daylight recording. Might look a little bit different. Or I may just change the background to something, maybe something a bit more ethereal or something like that. Well, this is pretty ethereal, but you know. And let's explore that. Let's explore that and see how that goes. So thank you, everyone, for joining me. It was over 1,000 of you joining me live. You will see that video maybe Saturday. And if not, then obviously you'll catch it later. All right. So big love, everyone. Yeah. Goodbye for now. And I will catch you soon. All right. Sleep well.